राशिद, चल कर दो शुरू।
जी
हाँ, एक सेकंड में, एक सेकंड। ठीक है, कर दो।
मैं
राशिद, हाँ शुरू कर दो।
greetings to all. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are organizing a webinar on Italian case position application in 2021. The talk will be covered by two persons. Speakers will be Shirin Ahmed, 3% PhD from Texas, Kings and Village, USA, and moderator will be Rashid Ahmed Khan, who is pursuing MS from National Taiwan University of Science and Technology, Taipei, Taiwan.
ओके ओके राशिद, जो भी एडमिट हो रहा है उसे एडमिट कर लेना तुम, और मैं अब कंटिन्यू कर।
जी 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 जी
मेरी आवाज आ रही है सबको?
जी जी
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आ रही है।
So first of all, we will discuss about the outline of the today's webinar. In the next seminar and the upcoming slides, we will discuss the things which is required for Italian PhD application in detail. Language mode, I will keep it mixed, English, Hindi, Urdu, wherever it is required. If I think if it is a critical things to understand, so I will explain it our mother tongue. Then I will show some demo type videos of finding information in the group, because I have already posted I think lots of things there, so you can find them and can explore them. You don't need to find or explore each and every file, but like I didn't upload that file randomly. It is just like I selected that and I uploaded them. So if you read them line by line, you will get some idea. Then you have to implement that idea in your document, which you will prepare for the any application. And then in the last, we will discuss about the question answer session. So for this, we have like you can ask any question in the chat box throughout the webinar, because the webinar is so like 1 hour or 45 minutes or 50 minutes. So you will, if you are scared about you will forget it, just put it in the chat box. And also only ask that question which is not mentioned in the webinar. So it means that you have to listen carefully and try to put the ask question in the chat box. If there is some situation or case, then we will unmute you, or you can unmute yourself and okay, unmute yourself, then you can ask talk to us. And please don't ask any relevant question only ask today's webinar related question. If there is something you want or you can suggest here, we will arrange another lecture very soon. So why Italian PhD in brief? Why you should choose destination as Italy? It's because of lots of factors. So first of all, Italian universities publish a large number of PhD positions throughout the year, each year. Even last year, I know a few of the people, not from AMU, they get selected. Because Italian university don't post their PhD positions like it is very difficult to find their PhD positions in the university website. They don't post in Euraccess portal or lots of other website. So it is therefore it is very beneficial if you get exposure to these PhD positions and you apply to that position, and then it is it is some kind of very few people know about this position and they apply for this, so less competition, so high chances of selection. Second is duration is less, like 3 to you can say it is 3 years, but in sometimes it is 3.5, or in rarely it is 4 years. So 3 years to 4 years, it vary, but the quality of the PhD is high because they do project from European Union and some big organizations. So you will be a part of this project during the PhD. So it is very good for you and all of us. So you can make very strong research profile. And also, like, publishing paper in PhD is quite hard in Italy or some other European PhD positions, because like lots of time you will work on the specific project. So that project is awarded to that some university by European Union or some other big grants. So big grants, then it means that when you will work on a specific project, they need from you is like you have to show your progress every month, every 6 months, or this way. So but it is also like not so hard that you can't publish paper, but it is once you enter into the PhD and you have enough knowledge of research, then it is up to you how many papers you publish, or how many projects grants you take after your PhD. And then third point is nice monthly stipend. Monthly stipend is very good, like it varies from 1100 euros to 1300 euros, and it is more than enough. Even with family, with 1 children, it is enough, because Italian like cities, or they are cheap. If you are not living in Milan or some big city, Rome, then it is, you can save some amount of money even with family. Or also like you have some options to part-time job if it will not affect your PhD during weekend, or you can do part-time job in Sunday, just 1 day or 4 or 5 hours, 10 euro or 8 euro or 7 euro per hour they will provide you. So if you want to support your family, then it is also a good option. And the fourth one is location. Of course, it is in Europe. You will get Schengen visa. You will have access to all 26 European Union countries. So it is it is like some type of, lots of people has dream to go to the Europe and see lots of places. Even Italy is very near to Switzerland, or many big countries or many big places or spots. So if you get selected, then of course you have a chance with family to visit that places, or uh, visit that places, or go to your dream spot or something like that. And the next is easy requirement and application process. Requirement is very easy. Like you have to submit just some documents, then you have to submit that document, upload in the application portal, and that's all. It's very like few document we will see later, 4 to 5 documents, and it is uh, the next is like easy to get in Italian universities. Why? Because of like they don't, like I mentioned in the first point, they don't post opportunities widely in every website. Even lots of scholarship websites or some other organizations scholarship, they eventually don't know about these scholarship. So therefore it is easy to get in here than other Western European countries like Germany, Netherlands, and Scandinavian, Norway, Sweden, etc. So that's why you must try it. And next is future prospects like job and academic career. So regarding job, it is not an easy task, especially in Italy, according to the experience of the previous people that they are studying there, or for MS or PhD. So, but it is like for PhD, job is not a big deal. If you do your PhD with like you publish a paper, you work very well in your research project, and you learn the various skills, and you make a connection with other professors in the universities, then like it is a very good opportunity for you to get job after PhD in any country, in any European Union country, or postdoc. The best option is to go for postdoc or assistant professor in Italian universities, or postdoc for any other university, even in Western country like United States or Canada, or Netherlands, or any Scandinavian countries, any country that you wish to go there. So there's a very good chance after PhD to do postdoc or go into assistant professor. Sorry. So then which programs or fields you want to why it is this latest? Okay, which program or fields you like it is available for PhD in Italy? Almost every field, every program: science, arts, international studies, engineering, business management, etc. Now I think almost every field. So you must try. Even if the field is not specifically relevant to you, then also you should apply. You must apply, because this era is like diverse field research area. So you can't like be fixed into one core area and looking for that PhD position. It will be difficult for you and for in future, because today's uh, almost every place, every university, every country, they are requiring diverse research area. Even I am also working on like power electronics with computer science, cyber security. So electrical and computer, combination of electrical and computer topic. So that's why you should target these things. like some multi-relevant, or you can say diverse research topic. In engineering, I can say some, but if you are from science arts, then you have to find how you have to talk with other seniors from your field if you think it is relevant to my research area or my research interest. So you have to, I mean that you have to go for diverse research, not only for a specific. Apply for a specific also, but also apply for diverse research topic. And the types are some like I have created a Google list. You will find the open PhD positions there, and if you find it is relevant to you, then you can apply to that positions, and that's type 1 type. And second one is like type 2. You have to come up with your own topic, uh, and they will provide you funding if the like you will come with your own topic, and then you will make a strong research proposal, then you will send with to the professor with all other required documents. Then if the professor will accept it, and he thinks that it is great topic, and there are all other equipments and timeline, everything is available, then he will apply for funding, or he will take interview, and then you can and work on your own topic. But it is very tough, it is more competitive, or because it at this stage, like we don't have such type of research topic on research area, so it is very hard to convince professor from our own topic. But lots of people do this one also, so you can do this one. Third one is like it is come up with your own topic, but no funding. You can give them proposal of your topic, but there will be no funding, so it is not for us. But there is such thing like that in an Italian university. So one is open positions. The priority will be the open positions, which you will see in the later slide. I will show the demo how to find the open position in various field. And second one is on topic. It is great if you have, or if you can make that one. Third one is it is without funding, so we don't care about this one. And next is required documents. So like documents is nothing but these 5 documents. I think this is the 5 documents, mainly gender. It is not like fixed criteria, this is the only document, but generally you need these documents. Apart from that, maybe some universities have some special type of document, one or sometime they put some special questions in an application. So then you have to answer that question also. But generally you need these types of documents. Some is Europass format, curriculum vitae, CV. So you have to make a strong CV with research experience, with projects, publications, GPA, and extracurricular activities, and awards and achievements. I will share mine and explain some things, some critical things, that then you can understand how this CV should be. But it should be in Europass format. You cannot make in MS Word or any other format. But the Europass format is nothing but the European Union has. I think European Union organization has created website to create draft this type of CV using this format. So it is easily accessible. Just go to the website. I will also show this one. just go to their website and you can edit your details and they will generate the PDF automatically. Motivation letter is nothing but it is very simple. Just you have to answer all the questions regarding why do you want to study in Italy, why do you want to study in that Italian university, why do you want to study in why are you applying for that specific PhD positions that you are applying, and what is your immediate goal. Immediate goals means what will you do just after your completion of PhD, and what will your long-term goals, like after PhD and after 10 years from PhD, or like settlement. So what will you do after 10 years of PhD or 5 years of PhD, or where will you see yourself after 10 years from PhD, these types of things. So you have to mention that also. And how did you prepare yourself to 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 apply for these PhD positions and get selected. So you have to clarify how did you prepare yourself for this PhD position. Why should I, like in job you always hear that why should we hire you, this type of question. That's one of the question you have to mention, answers you have to mention in the motivation letter. And I also have uploaded lots of motivation letter. You can take idea from that. I also uploaded mine selected one, or then you can see also, you can also see them. And then recommendation letter, most of the like recommendation letter, two types or three ways to upload, or you can say fill the recommendation letter. One way is simple. Just you have to write recommendation letter in MS Word with department what we call department letter pad, and then you will get it signed by professor, seal it by department, and then upload in the application portal or send PDF, whatever. This is the simplest way, but in this you have to be very careful, because you have to issue a recommendation letter like by mentioning general things. You cannot write like you should not write in the recommendation letter that I am applying for PhD position in dash dash university. So if you write these things, then it means that that recommendation letter will be specific to that university. So it is not good. Like if you are applying for 5 places, then you will go to the professor 5 times and he will get irritated. That's why you need to like write this way: I am applying to PhD position in your esteemed university in this program, this type of thing. So this is one of the way you can provide recommendation later. And another one, and it is not a way, it is like university implements what they want. If they want that type of PDF, then of course you have to provide that one. If they need, sometimes some places in some university they tell you to put an email address or detail into the online portal, application portal. You will fill the details. Professor will receive an email from the university to complete your letter of recommendation. So in that case, in our university, like the professor tell us that write a recommendation letter by yourself and then send it to me, and then I will check it and modify it, and I will upload it. So that's the case. That's the second case. It is also good, but in this way, like if you are applying lots of university, then you have to be like you have to make very strong connection with professor so that he will not get irritated when you ask letter of recommendation again and again. And the most important document for this Italian PhD position, one of the most important, you can say it contains 50% weightage, research proposal. And research proposal is should be 4 to 5 pages long. You have to think about it. It takes time. It usually contains introduction. What is the need of this topic? Why you are applying for this one? And what contribution it will come into the society when you implement this project or topic, proposed research. Then you have to write literature review. What is the gap? How did you come to this PhD topic? Or what is the previous gap and what you are going to solve for this PhD topic? And then methodology, how we'll do it, equipments and timeline, etc. We will see it maybe a little bit in detail later. And some cases IELTS, TOEFL or English professional certificate from AMU. So you have to provide some English proof, like whether it is like they need English proof. Sometimes the university only accept standardized test, IELTS, TOEFL. Sometimes they also accept from English medium certificate from university. So our university AMU is all English affiliated. So registrar section, academic section in registrar, they provide English professional certificate. And from department also provides English professional certificate. You have to talk to department or from your department people where you will get this type of certificate. So in most of the cases, in Italian, for Italian PhD, you don't need IELTS, TOEFL. So it is a good news for you people. But if they are not, but you have to provide something. Something means you have to provide English professional certificate from AMU. So issue it, they will, and you have to upload this one. And then some frequently asked question which I have to discuss, like how to apply. For application procedure, it is very simple. Like I have created the Google Docs file and listed all the PhD positions. So you have to explore that Google Doc file, and you have to find your own topic. Then there is a hyperlink in the university name. So you will click on that link, then you will go to that positions and required documents and application procedure, everything. So you have to explore that link and apply. And also if you have any question, discuss in the group so that other people can apply also, or you can discuss each other if any problem arises. Because for a specific university or for a specific PhD positions, it is not possible to answer, for me to answer these type of questions, because it is very specific. It is like I can't read for all university or everything. So you have to find this, you have to resolve these things by your own. CV in Europass format, I will show the demo. I already explained this one. Research proposal, like 4 to 5 pages proposal. Once again, this one is the most important document for for getting selected in Italian PhD position. So you have to make it, like first you will make a draft, then you will think about it, how can we make perfect, then you will write everything, arrange everything, then you will then you have to provide it the complete research proposal to your professor, your AMU professor, or any other seniors who can help you with this, because if you write it by your own, it will not be perfect. I think it is, you have to check it by professor or some seniors, because proposal is highly research article. You have to focus on your gaps, or you have to like you have to keep what we call it, like you must have previous knowledge about the gaps, what happened in the past on this topic, how the problem is solved in the future, and what will you do to 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 solve if to solve the problem, if any. Like you have to come up with some problem, then you have to also defend what will be the uh, solution for this. You have to write in this way. So it is a long and tedious task to write it, so but it is uh, so so you have to make research proposal very strong. So for this, you have to contact your professor, your seniors, talk to them. But before talking to them, you have to first write at least 2 3 or your idea. Then you can talk to them. Otherwise, nobody cares about your how will they like. If you try, then they can see your proposal or make comments. Then you can improve them. Amount or salary, I already discussed this one. It is like 200 euro after tax, so enough for single or family with one child. So it is more than enough amount. You don't need to worry about it. Contact professor, yes. Like for the PhD position application in Italy, you don't need to contact the professor. It is not mandatory, so you can apply without contacting professor. Like Germany, you have to contact professor. Actually, there is open position. If you have if in the European Union countries, they publish open positions. So in the open positions, you don't need to contact the professor for any country: Italy, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, any country. But for if you want to apply non-open positions which you will not know, so you have to come up with your own proposal, own research proposal. You will contact with professor. Like it usually happens in Germany. Like there is like open position also in Germany, you can apply to them. But you have if you have strong research proposal or some research idea, then you can contact to the uh, German professor. If they like your research idea, then you and German professor will make a revised research plan, and then both of you will apply for grant if they are successful. If you and professor are successful, then you are in. Then you will get PhD position under that supervisor in XYZ university. So it is also one of the way. So from my talk, if you can analyze that, how is strong, how important is this research proposal document. But it will take time. You have to read some research articles, published paper, journals. Then you have to come up with your own research proposal with no plagiarism, no copy paste. So you finally you don't need to contact the professor, apply directly. But okay, application fees, like there is no limitation or barrier how many universities you can apply. You should apply to Italian university as much as you can. So like Erasmus Masters Scholarship, if you know them, then it is like you cannot apply more than 3 universities. But here in Italy for PhD position, you can apply as many many you want. Okay, so so if you apply to many universities, of course there will be more chances. There is one problem, like some universities have application fees that vary from 15 to 30 euro. 15 to 13 euro. It is very less. It is, I think it is 13. It is equivalent to gate examination price cost in India. So it is not a big deal. You please don't do these types of things. You will not like because of this small 15 to 13 euro. You are not applying to universities. It is not good thing. You must apply. It is very less. And like if you think it has application fee, lots of people are also thinking this way. So if you are applying in this university with application fee, then it means that they competition will be little bit less, because lots of people already think about that there is application fees and there is a problem with some people, they can't bear that amount. So of course there will be less competition, very less, but it will be less. But lots of like this 20% of I think university have application fees, 80% of universities have no application fees. So apply as many as university you can apply. And you, it is better if you apply all of your position. The problem is that like if you go through the PhD positions topic, it is very hard to find your own topic. You hardly will find 2, 3, 4, 5 positions maximum throughout the year. So you can't like skip PhD positions because of application fees. So must apply if still it the application fees. Finally, students, they can apply. If they don't have degree, they can apply. Of course they can apply, but you have to check like individual offers or positions to see until what date they want your final results or degree. You have to check it from their website. Sometimes like PhD will start from September, but it is not in Italy. It can start from June or July. It varies from PhD positions to positions. So you have to check their website. If it is starting from June, then of course you cannot apply for, like final year students cannot apply because they don't have degree until that month. Because in Aligarh, I think they provide degree in July or June. So you have to check the website for details about this one final year student. If anything unclear, email the university representative. It is best way to authentic information, and no one can tell about these things except university representative. So talk to them, email. They reply within 24 hours. They don't reply in weekends, but in weekdays they reply. Try to email them in morning. Like you can schedule your email at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. and until evening you will get some type of reply. And what are the key points to increase selection chances? So IELTS TOEFL is not required for a PhD in most universities. You know that, but if you have it, chances will obviously increase. So if anyone is coming with IELTS TOEFL certificate, then of course they have some authentication of English proficiency. So they will have some weightage. Like weightage, very less weightage, but weightage. They have something. They have some standardized, international standardized test. So if two people are coming with same interest, same research position, for same research position, and with you can say same research profile, but one has IELTS or TOEFL certificate, one has English proficiency certificate from university, then of course that those will be selected who have IELTS or TOEFL certificate. So I encourage you to all that you must take test, because for Italy it will not work for Italy, but also you can apply for many other universities in English speaking countries or any other countries where English profession IELTS or TOEFL is mandatory, and it is very easy. If you practice 1 month, it is you can score 7 in IELTS or 90 in TOEFL very easily. And the second key point is contact professor. Even though it is not mandatory, I mentioned in the earlier slide, it is not mandatory. You can apply, but you can contact them. You can at least contact once what they reply. If they reply, it is good. If they don't reply, no problem. You will still apply. But if they reply, they will take interview before application, or when you apply, then the professor will like consider your application over other applicants. So it is very beneficial to contact professor. Like if they reply in a positive way, then you are almost in. For PhD, third point is same. Like you have to. It is always good to have contact with professor. Try to have good okay. Once you will contact with him, you have to talk with him politely, professionally, or in a good manner. I will show how to write an email, how to contact professor. And then, so if you didn't contact professor, you can apply, no problem at all. So it depends on you. And how to contact professor? So first of all, write a nice, polite, and professional email. You can't say hi, hello, or some other thing which seems to rude, or some dictator type thing. You have to write nice, polite, and professional email. And professional, how to write professional email, it is also a matter to study. So in the first email, attach only CV and transcript. Marksheet is not allowed. CV and transcripts and nothing else. CV in Europass format. And the third one, 3-paragraph email. First paragraph will be introduction yourself briefly. Introduce yourself briefly. And second paragraph, your research interest and how it is relevant to the professor you are approaching. Third paragraph will be what actually you are interested in. For Italy, maybe you have to. This is an email like dear Dr. Hirara, something like you have to start with dear and then doctor or professor. You can like doctor or professor, and the last name, not the first name, last name. If they have first, middle, or last name, then you have to put last name. And never call international professor with first name. And you cannot say dear doctor, sir, or dear sir something. They prefer dear doctor and last name, dear professor or last name. So this one is first paragraph. I am Siri Nama submitting. This one is just like I approached lots of professor for in United States, USA, for but like with this email, and I received lots of positive response. That's why I'm showing it to you. It was perfect for me for US university for program which I was interested, but you have to change with your own. So it was perfect for me, but not for you. You have to make it perfect for you by yourself. I am Sirin Ahmed, submitted an application for PhD program in electrical engineering starting from fall 2021. And you have to see what they call in Italy, fall or something month, or I don't know. It means for United States. So fall, spring, admission season in the United States, but Italy, I think summer, winter also they use summer, winter. So you have to confirm it. I completed a master's degree in this one from Budapest University and bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Aligarh Muslim University, India. That's all. Introduce yourself briefly, and that's all. Your degree or something. Even you don't need to mention GPA because it will contain in the CV. And the second paragraph is while exploring your web page. This is the second paragraph is while exploring your website and research interests, I feel that my research interests closely match with you. You have to explain how is your research interest is aligning with professor research interest. You have to mention, and you have to then like it is better if the professor has some type of website, their own personal website or some web page where he has written his research interest or publication or something, then you can write this way. And my research interest are the design and some types of these things, it was mine. And then you can write your own experience. Currently I am working on this one things, or I published a couple of papers in Energies and Experiential Link journal. Please find the article here. So it is my Google Scholar link. You can also do this one. Sometimes you need to mention some ideas. Like these are common in Europe. You have to how can I say? You have to read their articles, research papers, current research papers, and come up with some new idea, some new research which you want to do. Then you can mention also here, but it is also tedious task. So I would prefer that first email just do this general email. I will explain more in detail later about in the another webinar about writing an email in detail. And third paragraph is particularly what is your interest. Like lots of research interest, professor has lots of research interest, you can work in lots of research interest, but at the time professor works only on one or two research interests. They change their research interest according to their project grants or awards. So you have to particularly focus in which topic you want to work, and you have to mention there. Therefore I'm writing this email to know the possibilities of working in your lab. If they have name, you can put also name of the lab under your supervision. I have attached my CV and transcript with this email. And if you need any further information or an online meeting, please let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Best regards. Okay, don't forget this one. Best regards, Sirin Ahmed. So salutation is new. It is a great first impression. If you make mistake here, then you are gone. Professor is not going to reply. So keep it simple, short, and concise so that professor can read. And yeah, subject prospective PhD student, you can right? This one, prospective PhD student, fall 2021. It is depends on in which program or which season you are applying. So you can change this one, or you can just prospective PhD student, right? You can write just prospective PhD student. And then this is about how to contact professor. Okay, this one is one on mentoring. Like I cannot review the document for all, but like there is one on mentoring for document review is available. Like I have one post I will show, you can find in the announcement section of the group. I will show it later. This is the link. If I provide the PPT, then you can see the explore this link and you will reach this post. So here you have to before like I want at least 5 people would get selected this year. If if 4 people get selected this year, maybe in the next 2 year 3 year there will be more, because it like they once 2 or 3 people get selected, then there is a chain of or networks. So so this one is if anyone of you wants to get document reviewed by me, or then you have to fill this form. In this form you have, before filling this form you have to read all these links. This is about some guidance. Then you have to upload your CV, your motivation letter, your research proposal. Then I can look at, and I can fix a Skype meeting with you, and then we can discuss how to improve them. Okay, and then where the results of the selected students will be published. This one is like Italy PhD positions. It's like they publish their result in secret. Like after applying, check the selected selection or interview list yourself on university website. They will not mail you for your selection in most cases. So they don't email that we are delighted to inform that you get selected. You have to find, there is a list, and in this list, and the list there is some reference number or application number which which will get after application submission. So you have to check or verify. If you are getting selected, then you have to claim university that I get selected. Do follow up waiting list. Okay, it is do follow up waiting list later on, such as second, third, fourth merit list. As selected people leave places and you can get vacancies. Yeah, like in AMU that we see that there are lots of, they issue, AMU administration issue lots of waiting list, and people get admission after 3 waiting list, 4 waiting list, even November, October, after 3 to 4 months of class starting. So it also happens in Italy also. So you have to check waiting list. You can find waiting list in the university website. You have to explain. You have to explore it. It is a little bit difficult. If you didn't find, then you can ask from the university representative by email. So it's, and then this one is, please inform us or me when the result is announced if you get selected or invited for an interview. It is very necessary, because lots of people get selected but they were never told us they get benefit from the group. Like we are not doing for our sake. We are doing it to grow our AMU Ali community. So if you are getting selected, please let us know, that then we can work together. Selected people can work together and you can better guide for the Italian PhD aspirant than me, than us. So if you get selected, then please let us know. If you all get selected for invited for interview, still please let us know. Then we can, like, I can also help you in interview, how to face interview or something for academic interview, PhD interview. And next demo, I will show something from the group so that you can easily find them. Anyone know how to go? Like, I have full screen. Okay. So this one is the group. This one is Facebook group homepage. When you yeah, when you will, this one is the main page.
आपकी वो इस पीडी वो दिख रही है डॉक्यूमेंट फाइल ग्रुप में भी
अच्छा अच्छा सर, अच्छा अच्छा
क्योंकि
सर,
आपने खाली वो शेयर किया होगा ना
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है।
एंटायर स्क्रीन शेयर कर
ओके, अब दिख रही है क्या?
जी अब तक
Okay. So this one is the group link, main group link, and then you can find here everything, tab, about, discussion, mentorship, guides, announcement. So one of the most important thing here is for this one, guide section. So it was earlier it was named as earlier it was named as units, but now they changed the name from unit to guides. So here you can find everything, complete procedure of library study. You can read all these things. If you read it carefully, I don't think you will need to ask anything from any one of them, at least basic things. Then here is CV, resume, Europass CV, mostly for Europe, this one. So here you can find Europass CV, like lots of CV tips or guidance here. You can find Europass CV here. And how to make Europass CV, just click on this link. ये स्क्रीन दिख रही है? Okay. So this is the create your Europass CV, login, just log in it, and where is it, editor? Okay, you can find anywhere, I don't know where is it. Create your CV here. Okay, here is the direct link. You have to first make register or login, then you can either upload your previously made Europass CV here, then you can edit them, or you can create a new one and update your CV to make some changes. Yeah, if you already have your Europass CV and you want to make some changes in it, then you can use this link. CV examples, this one is the example, so you can see how they have I think there is some. So you can find that CV template, example template, and you can change it. You can change your details accordingly. Templates and guidelines. This one is templates and guidelines. So you can find here also, I don't know where is it. So you can find in this link, you have to explore there. And this is a small website, you can explore it and you have to make. There is some YouTube video how to make, then you can also see. Like
Hello and welcome to
how to create a Europass CV. They will guide you to make CV and it's easy. Okay, second, no need to
Hello again.
see more videos. So just stick it to the and that's all. So this one for demo of so this one is the guide section. Here you can here you just saw about CV, Europass CV, mostly for Europe. For other universities, other places, you have to make in your like better prefer if you have applying for US, Canada, then US, Canada, or Asian countries, then create a CV in MS Word. Okay, and this one is about IELTS preparation, how to prepare them, and it is more. I have put lots of materials here, and it is more than enough. TOEFL preparation, so you can go through all of these. GRE or GRE, yeah, that's one is the research proposal. So you have to read research proposal for a strong public here guidelines or samples, and then you can get some idea. But reading research proposal, just read one of them and try to understand. By reading guides and watching YouTube, it will not help you until you write it by yourself or by you read articles. Like this one is from Australia, University of Sydney, Australia. How to write a research proposal. So why is it important? How long should it be? You can follow it. This one, project title, research supervisor, proposed mode of research, aims and objectives, synopsis, background, expected research contribution, proposed methodology, work plan and timeline, resources and references is must. So it is not like you have to mention every topic. It is not mandatory. You have to make in your own way. So you can see here lots of research proposal guidelines are available. Just read one or two of them and that's all. You can read this one also, it is good. And next is yeah, and the second most thing in the group, second most tab of the group is this one, announcement section or topics in this group. See all. You can find easily. Like we post lots of things, so if they are in the, if we publish post all things 1 month ago about Italy, then you can find. We just pin them into some hashtag type things, so you can find all of these things here directly. You don't need to scroll or something to find the previous post. And one important thing, like this one is the okay, I'm going to from here. Yeah, this one. Okay, I don't know where is it, but when you will, okay, I think announcement section. When you go to an announcement section, like we just put in announcement so that people can get it easily. This is about webinar. Yeah, this one. This one is about Google Doc files. Here you can find all the open Italian PhD positions. What I have explained in the slides, you can see here also. And you, okay, I am coming to that point also. So here is the scholar list, university, deadline, many more majors. So you have to find which majors. You have to find which majors, prerequisite. If you don't find anything, history, arts, but which topic, you have to find it by exploring the website. I can't tell this program is call humanities. They have written call science, English version below, PhD in nanoscience. Lots of topics are here. You have to just find that one. And deadline is mentioned. How many seats? It is also mentioned. Don't worry if they show one places. So like होता है ना कि हम सोचते हैं एक प्लेस है तो फिर क्यों भरनी है, हमारा तो होगा नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. So you have to be very specific about, like, if you create your research proposal very strong, then most probably you will get selected, inshallah. And this is the like university link. This one is university name, SNS short form. Then I have put the link here. You can find all the position. This is Polytechnic di Milano, same things, many measures. Some have two links, one is this one is this one. So you can go to both of them. And some has like only some open positions in a specific subject, like PhD in theoretical particle physics, statistical physics, this type of thing. And some has this one, PhD in cognitive neuroscience. So in some university, many more measures, in some university, a specific PhD position. So you have to find your own PhD positions in this list. So for the 2021, this is the list till now, which I like current PhD positions, which I know. So the red one is I added later. So you can see deadline. Some has no deadline, but you have to find by yourself if you think it is relevant to your research area. Okay, I think you got it. If still it is not like that, there are not any other PhD position than this one. It's not like that. You can find from random university website also, but you have to do some tasks here. Just go to the university and find like lots of university and list, and you just type PhD position 2021 in XYZ university. You will find something. If you don't explore again and again, you will find it. Okay, and then this demo, I think it is done. Okay, one thing which I wanted to show. Yeah, this one is the list of PhD positions which I collected last year, but I didn't promote in the group because I didn't have the time, and people are not so motivated in Aligarh. It is the real thing. So this one is the last thing. So even if you don't see your topic here now for 2021, but you can see your topic here. If they are here, it means that they are going to open. Not open yet, but they will be They will be open soon. So you can find your topic here. This one, it in a popular topic has Italy scholarship opportunities. Then you can scroll down and you can find your topic here. If there is a topic, then just I think deadline for this year will be, it will be nearby to this deadline. So you can, if you are like, it is the advanced work. If you are familiar, then you can also, there is a like good news for you. If you know the PhD position topic, then the university is open for you in the future, then you can contact professor earlier in advance. So it is very beneficial for you. So you can see this list, but deadline is for 2020. Okay, or if you can work, if you know any positions which are going to open, please let us know. Let me know also. I will update here because it really takes time to update this list. So it will be great help if you do this favor to me. And next is, this is, I think, next is I think nothing. I already mentioned everything. No question answer. If you have any different question or something to ask, please let me know. Anyone has any question, you can, because people, there are very less people, so you can unmute your microphone and come up with your question. No question? हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we kept our mics muted. So.
Okay. Some people has. Okay, how we can get professor email? You have to search for that. In the open position, they write the professor name, and you have to find the professor and you have to email them. You have browsed the teacher profile on the. Okay. Sample research link the email to the professor. It is available in the guide section. वासिक भाई वहाँ पे मिल जाएगा आपको. For research paper. Farooq, this question, you post this question in the group. I will answer it in detail with some link. This is off question. You need to wait. I think I have answered this one. Okay. Okay, if you have no question, then we will finish it. And I, like, there are only 10 people. I don't know why people don't it. They are very less motivated. Okay. If you have any question, if you don't have any question, then we are going to end it. And thank you for attending the webinar and share it, the position and talks and tips with other people so that they can apply. Okay. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
Thank you.